Brother, do you realize that all this game you're playing, all this game you're playing is a consistency game? If you're feeling bad, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling lost, listen, don't worry. Don't worry, man. And you know why you shouldn't worry? Because this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And doesn't win the strongest, win the most consistent one. So, brother, no matter how bad things are becoming, no matter how you feel, no matter everything, now tell me, are you winning daily? And be true to yourself, because either way, if you're not true, you're never gonna understand your real problems in life, and then you're gonna feel bad because you are gonna have bad outputs, and then you're gonna lie to yourself, so you're gonna correct other things, not the first one. Okay? People who lie are the worst thing ever. So, because you never lie to me, you lie to yourself. And when you lie to yourself, if A happened and the consequence of A is B, if you have B as a bad output, because actually there are no problems in life, there are only consequences of something you did. If you don't like A, if you don't like B, so again, if you don't like B, and B is a consequence of A, people who lie say, oh, no, I didn't do that. So they do A, the consequence is B, and they say that the real cause is C. So they modify the C, but C brings D. D is the consequence of C. So people who lie, they always find, like, they always they have a messed up life because they have problems. They lie to themselves, they correct another thing in their life to not admit the first mistake, so they correct probably the second thing was good, not actually bad, and then they have another problem, and then they correct another problem, and then they figure out that, okay, so they always end up having more and more problems. So don't lie. Are you winning 100% every day? Are you winning the day, man? That's my question for you. I'm not asking if you're winning in life. There's no such thing as winning in life. This is a marathon, man. Are you winning daily? Did you hit all your habits today? Your good habits? Are you tracking your habits? Probably you're not. Look. 99% of the time, no matter how in all my videos we talk about awareness, we talk about all those things, no matter how hard you try to become aware, to be aware all the day, for the most part of the day you're gonna become aware. You're gonna be unaware, unconscious. Okay, the biggest part of the day you're still gonna be unconscious, and that's fact. So I want you to see this concept as in business. What do you do in business? What do you do when you scale a company? Scaling a company is not about working hard, it's about working once and then creating a system in a way that this thing gets done by themselves or it's delegated. Done. Bam. Then another thing, and then you create another system. Bam. Done. Another problem, another system. Done. Okay. So like in the business, a business that really works, it's not a business where everybody's working hard. It's a business where not even your employees are working hard, but there is a set of systems, and the people inside your company controls your system. So that's it. That's it. They create new systems and control those new systems. They don't operate actually. Okay, or yeah, they do, but in a very small part. Also, if they also when they do it in a systematic way. There are systems for everything. That's a company that grows. With the mind, in the mind, with the mind, there's the same the same thing, because if you know that you're gonna be unconscious 99% of the time, then become conscious, understand what you want, create, understand who you should be, who is the person who achieves that thing, who is the person that attracts that. Then your goal is to understand, okay, so this person thinks A, B, C, D, E, F, G, believes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, feels A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and does A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Write those things down, define that person, create a system, and you say, perfect, vision, bam, that's how I think, that's how I feel, that's how I believe, and that's how I act. And you create a set of habits. What are the most basic thing? What are the non-negotiables here? What are the whatever it happens, what are the non-negotiables? And you kill those things every single day. No matter, nothing, no matter, it's 12 p.m., okay? It's midnight. And I still didn't do this video. And I was like, no, 639. I was like, not Dennis. Daily. It's the daily action. It's the daily. I remember when I started, I started and I had a coach, and John Gab, and Vaclav Tomanek. Those guys were my two coaches, and they used to tell me, you don't win the race by winning the race. You win the race, but by winning the day. What are the set of things? What is the vision? What is your vision? How you think, feel, and act? How you think, feel, and believe, and how you act? Take those things and then create a system around those things. Okay, perfect. That's how you're gonna think. Or like you have a bad belief. You figured out that you have a bad belief. Okay, so now write down, take that right belief, that wrong belief, and you create an old version of yourself. Okay, you create an old version and a new version of yourself, where what you do basically is you take the you take the awareness of the moment, you put it down in paper, and you say, okay, that was the old one, now the new one acts this way. And every single time you catch yourself, then you link it to pleasure. You're like, oh, beautiful, perfect. You correct yourself, perfect. Perfect. You created a system. You created a system where every single time you do something wrong against your vision, you all correct it and you reward yourself. Okay? And you create and then growing and changing is a habit, is automatic. You grow in automatic this way. Because either way, every single time you have to be unaware, you have to become aware, you have to stop and to meditate and to, if you don't have enough clarity. But if something happened once and you get aware and you write it down and you create a system and you define who is the new self. Okay, old habit, perfect. Then I do the new one and then I reward myself. Perfect. Now, what happens? You have the old habit. It's not that every single time you have the old habit, it brings you off track and you go and you have to meditate around that. No. Ta 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 ta. And you won. Okay? Are you tracking your habits? It's all about winning the day. Actually, it's about winning the moment. Look, I was in Italy 1 month ago, and I was in Italy 1 month ago, and I went to the beach with my father and my brother. And when I went there, I saw that everybody they was slacking. Okay, everybody was at the beach, you know. So I went there and I said, sometimes I challenge myself, not sometimes, I challenge quite often myself, and just to prove myself that I'm the one in control of the body. And I said to my brother, you know what, I'm gonna do 1,000 push-ups. My brother, my little brother, he was like, oh, wow, 1,000 push-ups, you're never gonna do 1,000 push-ups. Yeah, I'm gonna do 1,000 push-ups. And I started. And after a while, I don't know now how much time, I was at like 100, 200, something like that. And it was like, oh, Dennis, but now if you took this time to go to 200, oh my God, to go to 1,000, you will need a lot of time. And I was like, you know what? Enea, his name is Enea. And I said to him, Enea, the time, like the moment I'm gonna do those push-ups, I'm gonna finish the last push-up and I'm gonna do the 1,000th push-up, you're gonna be here with me. So the time is gonna go for me is the same as for you. That you 1 1 1 1 1. You're gonna spend the same time as me. The difference is that at the end of that time, I'm gonna I'm gonna do 1,000 push-ups. You're not. At the end of that moment of that time, I've done 1,000 push-ups and you don't. You don't. And it was like, yeah. So you're still gonna be here. The difference is that while you're here, I'm winning and you're losing. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's the difference. And it was like, huh. And then they started observing this thing because they were speaking, they were fun. And yeah, we was having fun, we was speaking with, I was still doing my push-ups. And then I went at 500 push-ups. My father and my brother, they went to have a bath. And when they came back, I was at 500. I was like, you know what? I'm at 500. I was like, huh, really? He said, you didn't start. That's what I said to him, to my father. I said, you didn't start your 1,000 push-ups because you didn't believe that you could have done 1,000, right? But why you didn't do even 10? Because he didn't believe on the 1,000, he didn't do even 10. I was like, I can also finish it now and I'm still done 500 push-up. I lose the challenge, yes. And no matter the fact I lost the challenge, if I finish it now, I still done 500 push-ups. How many of those people here in the beach, like thousands of people, did 500 push-ups today? Nobody. Nobody, I guarantee you that. Nobody. Why? Because they didn't believe they could do 1,000. Okay? So, and at the end, and they was like, oh shit. And at the end, when I was like, you know what? I'm at 940. Then 960 was like, oh shit. They realized that the time finished also for them. That moment came. And it was like, oh shit. So now you've done 1,000. I've done nothing. But we are still here talking together, having fun together. And this hit them deeply. And this should hit you deeply. 333. Because you don't win by winning the game. Do you realize now the difference between me and everybody? It was 1,000 push-ups. But it didn't start with that. It started with one. It started with a decision to do 1,000 and started with the first one. And that small difference, 3 hours later, 2 hours later, whatever it was a big difference. Now you could have taken me anymore. You couldn't beat me. At that point, you couldn't beat me anymore. I was at 1,000, you was at 0. You can do what you want. I won. You see how bro, we're talking about 3 hours. 3 hours. The little difference is the real difference. The little difference every single day is the real difference. And when I came back home, like again in Italy, like this week, okay, like 2-3 days ago, and I was there, I went to a party. Not a party, but like a kind of like city party. I don't know how to describe it. And all my old friends were there. And everybody was like, oh, Dennis. I think that night, 500 people probably like stopped me, like, Dennis, how are you doing? It's long I didn't see you. I'm proud of you. You're succeeding, and I always believe in you. Like those things, you know. And I saw them. 99% of them, they were the same person that I left. They were the same guy. They didn't change. They was the same. I was like, what the fuck? It's 2 years. How it's possible that in 2 years my company got evaluated at 7.8 million euro at 21 years old, and they are the same fucking person with the same beliefs, with the same thoughts, with the same attitudes, drinking the same way and smoking the same way. How is possible? The small difference. The small difference, my man. That's what makes you, that's the real difference. The small difference is the real difference. Are you winning the day? Because all I care in my life, all I cared since I started being coached by John and Vash, for me it wasn't to win the something, it was to win the day. What is that? Like, how can I win the day? I have 24 hours for achieving my goals. Now I understand it in a different way, and now I'm like, I have only now. What can I do now? What is the best thing I can do now? What is the single action I can do in this moment? You know, but still, it's the same mindset, the same concept. Before it was like, I got 24 hours to achieve all my goals. I don't have one lifetime. I don't have that. I have today. If I 639, if I had to achieve all my goals today, what would I do? Okay, and that's all I cared. Did I win today? Did I win today? Did I win today? And I never skipped one day. Yeah, there were certain days where I've not been my highest self. Or yeah, there were also that I had also some days where I skipped, but not in the way that you think. Still working, still giving my 100%, still doing like, I don't remember a day of slacking in my last years. I don't remember one single day of slacking. I've been meditating certain days. Yeah, I've been doing like 24-hour challenge when you stay in the darkness. Yeah, but still not slacking. Still not slacking, my man. It's the small difference that compounds. Okay, so I want you to understand the power of consistency, because when you put together the small consistent work with a high intention work, when you put those two things together, bro, you have a nuclear bomb. Then it's danger. Then you're dangerous. You're dangerous. Brother, you become dangerous. In the moment you understand deeply the power of consistency, of the consistent and intentional action, not only doing the action, but doing the action with the goal in mind, with the purpose in mind, bro, you're dangerous. Because the problem of people is that they don't know what, like, or they do nothing, okay, and they achieve nothing. Or there are so many people who work hard, but they don't even know why they're doing certain things. They are acting from their old self. So when I see them, what are they doing? Bro, why are you doing that? Why are you focusing there when you could do that? Or you can do the same, like with the same effort, you can achieve way more. Oh, there is an internet, because they're not being intentional. Because they do what somebody said, not what their mind says. Not what, like, because why should you follow what somebody says if this person doesn't know you, doesn't know your goals and stuff like that? Oh, because the guru said that, bro, but like, do you see that this doesn't bring you there? Yeah, okay, why do you do that? I don't know. Because they're not being intentional. So when you put intention, high level of intention, okay, why am I doing this action? What's the outcome of this action? What's the outcome of this conversation? What's the outcome of this video? What's the outcome of everything? And you don't do things just to do things, but you do things to have a clear outcome. Then, and if you do it with consistency, brother, it compounds in a way that you can't fucking imagine. I swear to you, you can't imagine. It's like, And this is what is called overnight success. Because overnight success, the truth is that overnight success requires thousands of nights. The biggest thing is the compounding effect. There's nothing stronger than the compounding effect. There is nothing stronger about the compounding effect. But the compounding effect, you achieve compounding effect by different things. First of all, how much you invest. Okay, what is the amount that you invest? The frequency that you invest. Like so how frequent, it's not only okay, I invested. It's better to invest €1 daily that 360 euro overall once. No, it's better one daily. Ta, 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 ta. You remove the risk, and there are also other things, reasons why. Okay, it's better. Third, how much? So what is the frequency? How much you invest? What is the frequency, and for how long do you do that? And last thing is, what is the compounding, the interest? 4 things. Interest. Interest is how intentional are you being? That single action, what is the outcome of that single action? This is the interest. Do you see it? Do you see, brother? Do you see it? This is the compounding interest. Intention. So how strong is your intention? So what's the outcome of the thing? The interest. Was the frequency in the day? How much you invest was the effort you put there. Okay, do you see it? That's how you win. And for how long, of course, and for how long you do it. This is how you win the game. It's just a game. And it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So stop caring about today. Just focus on doing whatever you said to do. Thinking, remember to think what you said to think. Remember to believe what you said you believe from the vision. Remember to feel what you said this new person feels, and act. Do those things. Feel the day. Win the day. Win the day. And then there will come this moment. Because the problem of people is that they start doing this and they quit before. There will be that moment when then, now you act 1 and your outcome is 0.5. Then you will start acting 1 and your outcome will be 1. And now you don't see all the results that you do for all the things that you do. Because now it's pushing everything in the business, especially at the beginning, is like you put, and you don't see outcomes for a long time. But then there will come this moment when you're gonna put 1 and this is gonna compound, so you will see 10. And then you will see from 1, 20. From 1 input you will see 30. But only the lucky ones who did those thousands of nights that we said before, they will see this thing. The other all the other one, they will say, oh, look, this guy is lucky because he did 1. He's like, and he, with 1 thing, he achieved so much. That's what you see because you don't see before. Okay, so for today's everything, my man, remember to win the day. Don't skip 1 day. Remember to win the day. And if you want to be coached by me, 1-to-1, write me on IG. And with Coach Den, write me Coach Den. And if I want to help you, first of all, I'm going to coach you. Okay? Man, keep it up. See you in the next one. Bye.